Welcome to Frosting Your Gravy, everyone. Today I'm inviting you guys to join me for a delicious recipe for Asian, or if that's incorrect, then Oriental spaghetti dinner with beef and vegetables and wonderful flavors. So quick to put together and yet so wonderful. Let's cook together. Today's dinner begins with 1 pound of spaghetti. It works even better with angel hair pasta, but that's what I have today. And a large skillet that's heating up, and what I'm going to do is break the spaghetti into little pieces and put them in the dry skillet without any oil. I know some people fry the spaghetti in oil. I don't, because there's already going to be enough oil in the wok when I cook the vegetables. And stirring constantly on medium heat. Fry your noodles until they change color to brown but not burnt. This will add a much deeper flavor to our noodles than if we skip this step. Once it looks brown, turn it off and set aside. And friends, here are the vegetables that I'm going to use today for my dinner. 2 small to medium onions diced, 2 bell peppers diced, whatever color you have. If you have colorful sweet ones, perfect. 1 large garden zucchini, or if you buy them from the grocery stores, from the produce aisle, they're usually pretty small, so you will need 2 of those. And I have 3 small tomatoes here, or you could do 2 large tomatoes, and 3 small potatoes, or 2 medium to large potatoes. And 1/2 cup to 3/4 of a cup of chopped carrot. I would say it would be 1 very large carrot or 2 medium. And this is a wok dinner, so I heated up my wok and added about 1/4 cup, maybe a little bit more of oil. The first one to go in will be the onions. Add the onions and 1 or 2 fresh cloves of garlic minced, or a minced garlic in a jar from the store, about a teaspoon, or according to like your taste preference, how much your family loves garlic. And on high heat, constantly stirring. Cook the onion and garlic until you start smelling the delicious aroma rising and the onion softens up. Next ingredient is 1 pound of ground beef. If you have any like stew meat, meat that's been chopped up into small bite-sized pieces, that will work also. You'll just need 1 pound. Once you add the meat, now reducing to medium heat, continue cooking on high heat. Fry the meat together with the onions and garlic. Just a few minutes, literally until the meat is no longer pink. Soon as that meat changes the color and doesn't look raw anymore, it's enough. We will be adding our next ingredient. Don't stop stirring because it can start burning. It's very important to keep stirring the whole time. It doesn't take long at all to put this dinner together, and the whole family appreciates those Oriental flavors. Alright, the meat mostly changed color. I see a little bit of pink here and there, but that's enough for the next vegetable to go in, which is our potatoes. Here I had 3 small potatoes that I diced. And as before, on high heat, we're going to keep frying everything together, constantly stirring. Cook and stir until potatoes soften up. Just a couple of minutes. And now is a good time to season our meat so that it actually soaks up the flavors. And I'm doing a full tablespoon of salt. You can adjust to your preferences. And ground black pepper, just a few shakings, maybe like a teaspoon in total. And continue stir frying and distribute the salt and pepper. Slowly I can tell that potatoes are softening up. This will be so good. And once the potatoes have softened up a little bit, time to add the carrots. And continue stir frying everything together now with the added carrots. On high heat, stir frying until carrots soften up. It's actually totally okay to add the carrots at the same time as you add potatoes. And you can also grate the carrot if you don't like the texture of like larger chunks of carrot. Then you can absolutely grate it through the large side of the grater and stir fry. After a couple of minutes of active frying, the carrots have softened up and it's time to add the next two vegetables. That'll be our diced bell peppers and slightly larger cut zucchini. Friends, if you have tricolor coleslaw from the grocery store, a 1 pound bag, half of that bag will go so good into this dish. Unfortunately today I don't have that on hand, but normally if I have tricolor coleslaw I would use half a bag. That would be 8 ounces then, in this stir fry. And it's really wonderful because the cabbage is a perfect addition to all of these flavors. But today it just has to be without it. And same as before, on high heat we are stir frying everything with the addition of these two new vegetables, the zucchini and the peppers, for just a couple of minutes until they soften up. After a couple of minutes, when these vegetables soften up, time to add the last vegetable, which is tomatoes. Tomatoes added, and now is the time to add our oriental sauce flavoring, whatever yours might be. If you have the Szechuan sauce, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, that would be the best one here. If not, something spicy, maybe a Korean Sriracha, whatever you have, that will give you your favorite Asian Oriental spicy taste. Today I am going to use this chili sauce with garlic Sriracha picante that we picked up at my favorite store, Ollie's. It'll be a really nice, that spicy oriental flavor, and I cannot give you an advice how much to add, because that will totally depend on how good your tolerance is for spicy foods. Probably up to a tablespoon, I would say. I'm doing about 2 tablespoons because we do like spicy Asian flavors. And at this stage we do need to reduce heat to about medium and cook for only about a minute with the tomatoes, and combine all the flavors stir everything together really well so that sauce gets everywhere. It's time to add the pasta right over the top of these wonderfully fried vegetables. Spread them evenly over the spaghetti that we fried. Add 2 bay leaves and then pour enough water to cover all of the spaghetti. We should add enough water to cover the spaghetti by 2 fingers. And something I learned from Mr. Gravy, my Papa Bear, he bought us this jar of multicolored peppercorns, and he adds them in every dish he cooks, and he's a fantastic chef. And I kind of adapted that from him, and now anytime I cook something savory, I always add a small handful of peppercorns. And now we will increase the heat to high because we need to see everything starting to boil, and cover the whole thing with the lid. After the water in the wok starts boiling, set the timer for the amount of minutes that the spaghetti box that you used tells you to boil them for. Mine says 9 to 11 minutes, so I'm going to set my timer for 9 minutes al dente. So the minimum amount of minutes listed on the box of spaghetti, whatever brand that you're cooking. And friends, halfway through cooking, if you see that you have too much liquid and you don't want that much broth for your supper, simply open a little crack in your wok and allow for the steam to escape, and this will quickly evaporate that broth and bring the liquid level down. All right, friends, dinner is done. Time to serve everyone. Friends, when I make plates, I scoop everything out with a spaghetti ladle, because then I can get only the spaghetti and meat and veggies, and then I have my ladle ready, and I ask every person that I serve how much of the broth they would like in their bowl, and then I dip each one according to every person's in my family request. So that's just a little tip, because there is some liquid. It's not supposed to be completely dry, but then it just depends how much of this liquid every person requests. Here it is, guys. I've made the plates, and my family is ready for supper. It's supper time for us. Here is our very quick to put together, delicious Oriental dinner. But yeah, dinner is served, guys. This pasta and vegetables in delicious chili sauce with garlic sriracha. Bon appetit, everyone. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me whilst I was preparing this. Thank you for watching. Please consider giving me thumbs up, hit that like button for my hard work. Consider subscribing to Frosting and Gravy for more delicious dinner, breakfast recipes, baking recipes in the future. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.